So you're either a victim or being a victim to this vice. To my experience, it might be the worst habit like to catch up with, because yes, it will hinder you from those victories, from all the plans you have. You won't do anything if you are caught up, in this act of procrastination. So today, let's talk about this. How I wanna share my personal experience during these periods of procrastination. So I have had plans here and there, like I want to do this or that, but somewhat ending up not doing them, like on certain deadlines, or postponing work to a next day, to a next time, and eventually not doing it. But for me, I think the real problem here is not even about never doing the thing you said you're gonna do, but how you feel after a certain period of time. Like you lose respect for yourself, because you plan things and never doing them. You never accomplish anything. You make plans but never working on them. So eventually become a failure. A failure in your mind. You start living here instead of putting these thoughts to work, and eventually you become a loser. I don't want to call you or someone a loser, because I've been there. You know, there are plans we make. Of course, there's motivation. Some days you wake up, there's motivation, and you make plans, and you're like, okay, I want to do this. Like on this day and this time, I want to do this. And time reaches, then excuses bumping, like it's not the right day, the weather's not good, I don't have enough knowledge to do this, to pull up this, I don't have enough support, peer support, I'm not financially stable to do this. But the problem is, whether you have enough or not, you won't do the same thing you said you will do. Yeah. Whether you have enough support, financial support, you won't do the things you said you will do. Like if you don't have discipline. And for me, I think the first thing you must do, to create a habit, to follow your routine. If you say I will do this no matter what. Do that thing no matter what, because you never know what will happen. And the other thing is, people delay doing stuff. Procrastinate because of their fear, their fear for failure. Yes, this was the problem to me. I've made plans a lot and never doing them. My past days, my past years, I made plans, made lots and lots, but I didn't work on them. But not because I lacked support, or I lacked tools to use, because you can't have them all. That's true. And plans are never fully formulated. Plans grow as you work on them. You can't have a fully stipulated plan. You have a goal and how to start, but you can't have a plan from start to finish. That can't be. And for me, that was the problem. And the other thing, I had too much fear. I didn't have faith this thing will work out. The thing was, I had fear that what if it doesn't work out? I only looked at that side. What if it doesn't work out? And I never looked on a better side. What if it works out? What if everything turns up good? What if? And I could beat up myself, but why am I not working on things I said I should do or I will do? And that thing like it affected me in a bad way, because like relate to people, when someone promises you something and they never fulfill it, on whatever circumstances it might be, and they don't fulfill it, like you lack trust in them. You eventually, when they promise more things, you don't pay attention. Like you don't give a damn about them. That's really happens to you when you set up plans and never working on them. Eventually, you will lose trust in yourself, and that's the biggest loss. You will have lost yourself, the essence of you making those plans, and that's the biggest loss you ever make. You know, you can lose people, and you will find, like, for me, I think losing people and like befriending more people, I mean getting more people, like, is easier than losing yourself and rediscovering yourself. Like people tend to look outside themselves than to look within. So if you've lost trust in yourself, it will be harder for you to retrust yourself, because if you can make plans and never fulfilling them, like leave alone the fulfilling part and never starting on them, never working on them, how about people? How will people trust you? Like, if you don't trust yourself, how will people respect your decisions? Like, how will people respect your decisions or plans if you yourself can't respect your plans? Because you make plans and never working on them, and that's the biggest loss you ever get. And I mean that was me back then. Like, I couldn't help myself by then. I was stuck up in this rope. You get, like, today you are motivated, you make plans, you make everything, you write it down, and the time comes to work on them, then you start making excuses. I don't have this, I don't have that, I don't have this, I don't have that. No, because for me, I remember starting up this channel, I wanted to buy like a professional camera to help me record the professional video, you know. And that was like my type of procrastination, because I knew I wasn't financially stable to buy that camera, that like high-end like professional cameras for like these YouTubers use to record their stuff. And I kept on making those excuses. I'll make videos when I get a camera. Like, I'll start a YouTube channel, like a face YouTube channel, like showing my face in camera when I get like a professional camera. And I will make those excuses here and then, here and then, until I landed on a certain video by this guy, Andrew, this guy here. That guy changed my life, like changed my perspective about content creation, about anything, about YouTube, like making money online, all that stuff, online stuff. He really changed my perspective. Like, I landed on the video, and the guy was it a balcony? I don't really remember, but the guy was just holding his phone and talking. And I'm like, for me, in my mind, I thought like all these guys with views, subs, like those established YouTubers, all of them use like professional equipment or professional tools, cameras, microphones, and everything, you know, to make it on YouTube. And the guy had like 600k subs, and the guy was just simple making videos on camera, on his phone camera. And this it clicked in my mind, like it opened my mind. And the guy was like, you can like create content and build your presence online with anything you have, because like 99% of people in this world can access a smartphone. can access a smartphone and actually can like access internet, so you can like leverage this thing. You can leverage the phones. You can use the phones and record good videos, and you stop procrastination, and you stop procrastinating. Stop beating around the bush. If you want like to make videos, if you want to become a YouTuber, get your phone. Like anyone can access a phone, a smartphone, and those smartphones that have safe cameras. You can buy a simple tripod to put on. If you want to make like talking head content, anything can work for you. And for me, this guy changed my perspective to content creation, because when I learned on this channel, I had to watch like every day. I watch his videos like every day. I followed him on Twitter, former Twitter, X. I used to like to read all his tweets, and the guy like eventually like the guy changed my life. That's what I can say. Of course, by then I had 100 subs on this channel. Just like by now, I think I have like 118 subs. That's not too much, but for me, it worked for me, because like it's not about the subs. It's not all about the subs. Let me make that clear. It's not all about the subs, but you making content, you showing up, like you showing up to a camera and talking to a camera every day. You showing up in your passion, in your job, in your anything you do. That's the real deal. You are building a habit. You're building discipline, and discipline is key. People get motivated today, and tomorrow they are demotivated. They won't perform their most important work if they're not motivated. But if you build discipline, if you get used to talking to a camera, you can make content out of it, anything you look at, because that's what the guy preaches. And the best part about this all is that this guy, of course, for me, I was procrastinating, but I didn't know. I was living in denial that I don't have a camera, I don't have this, I don't have a good mic to record professional audio, all that stuff. Of course, I was living in denial. I wasn't straight to the point that I was procrastinating, until this guy opened my mind that, you are procrastinating. You are not doing what you have to do. You are waiting to have all the things you wish you had, and that won't happen, So the guy made a challenge that I remember watching a certain video of him, and the guy was like, if you are serious to this journey, he was daring viewers. Of course, I was a viewer. For me, I related to that video. The guy was talking to me. So the guy was like, you have to make a video at the end of the week after watching that video. So for me, I made the video that very night. Of course, I did not upload it here on YouTube, because it was too late. It was around 11 p.m. the night. I made the video. Of course, I did not upload it here, but I wanted to see how I react on camera. Of course, it wasn't natural. It was all acting. But I made it a plan to make 100 videos talking to a camera, and I made that challenge in my playlists. This playlist here, I decided to make 100 videos talking to a camera, or it's either vlog or a talking head, talking about anything. And things are working out for me, and I'm quite sure it will work out for you. You can relate this to anything. It could be YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. If you wanna build your presence online, make content. And the best content you can ever make, it's you talking to a camera. You can talk about anything. You can choose a niche you are comfortable with and talk about it. Make content about it. I can't say that I'm so I've made it. I've already made it. Of course I haven't. It's still a long way to go. I'm only 100 subs. Still a long way to go, but I'm hopeful I will be there. And the best thing about this the guy said, if you wanna beat procrastinating, if you wanna stop procrastinating, do what you said you will do. If you plan something, before waiting for that day to do it, ask yourself, what should I do today that it will save me time? By the time I reach that day, I would have done this already. To ease your work doing it. An intruder there, but that's it. By the way, the guy was like, do what you have to do. If it means going for a job search, do it there and then. We have a lot to leverage. You can leverage the internet, smartphones. You can apply for jobs there and then, that day, instead of waiting for a Monday. Yes, it's a weekend today. It might be a weekend by the time you see this video. Don't wait for a Monday to go out for a job search. You can search there and then online. Search for jobs online. Of course, the internet can be accessible to anyone, almost anyone on this planet. So you can leverage it. And the other thing, the most thing that helped me on this, of course, I've related this to almost every aspect of my life. If I say I will do this, I start on it there and then. If I say I will record a video about, let me say, procrastination like this one, or semen retention, of course that's the coming video after this, or anything, or quitting watching porn. Of course, I made that video here. You can check it out here. Anything that comes to my mind, I either make a title of that video, script it if I have to script, of course, make key points. I'll talk about this, that, anything, and keep it in my journal. Never know. Of course, I've made a lot of scripts, a lot of video ideas. I haven't made videos about, but I know the time will come and I'll make videos on them. But that will save me time because I will have made a title, a script, research. So I'll just sit in front of the camera and record that video and upload it there and then without wasting any more time, because I will have done the most important work or part of the work before. So you get that will save you time instead of worrying about, then let me make this video now, which title should I use, then researching titles, all that. Anyway, for me, so my take on this is the best way to beat procrastination is to just act, detach yourself from the results of anything you do. Because if you attach yourself to how will it come out, if you attach yourself to the end goal, you'll never, you won't work it out. You won't work on these plans. Because if you think about the end goals, then fear will kick in. The next thing, I don't have this, excuse will come in. So just work it out. You never know who's watching. You never know who's inspired by your deeds. And people will come to you looking for help. How do you beat this? But this is it. And that's my thought on procrastination. And I think people can implement in their lives. Just act. If you say, I want to record if you're a YouTuber or TikToker, or you make reels, or you want to tweet about anything that comes to your mind, just tweet about it. Write a tweet. Put it out. Let people either judge you. Let people just put yourself out. Let people get to know you, you know, instead of sitting back in the dark, waiting for the perfect time to record that video, to record that idea, like to put yourself out there. You never know. By the time you put it out, thousands and thousands of people have already put that same thing out, because you are not special. That's one. The ideas that come to you can come to the next person. So if you don't work it out, the next person will work it out, and you live in regrets. Like, I wish I did this, and regret, like, the worst thing to happen to you. Like the worst thing a living person should never accept in life is regret. There's regret of not doing things, and regret of doing things. Of course, regret of not doing things is the hardest to deal with. And the regret of doing things is not even regret. It's because something fails, you are learning from it. That's one. You are gaining experience. That's two. But the regret, and the regret of not doing things, it hits different, because you will have lost time. You will have lost resources you had at that time, and time is the most precious gift we have on earth. So that's it. Just work it out. Whatever your plan is, just work it out. You never know who is watching. You never know how it will turn out. And for me, I think fear is the greatest enemy. And I think fear goes hand in hand with procrastination. A lot of people procrastinate because of fear of failure. Of course, fear of failure. People look at people tend to look at one side of the coin. What if things don't work out? What if things fail? And don't look at the other side. And the grass is always green on the other side of the coin. What if things work out? What if things work out? You win big. And who gets the recognition? You. You end up winning. It's a win-win. Whether things fail, whether you win, it's a win-win. Whether things work out or don't work out. Like, for me, it's a win-win, because when things don't work out, there are things to learn. You've learned okay, it has not worked out. What did I do wrong? You are learning. You are growing. That's where growth is. And if things work out, that's a win for you. You get all the praises. You are recognized. You are solving people's problems, and so you are paid in the end. And things work out. That's a feeling of a win. Your brains start it gets in a loop of you gain that winning mentality, and the winning mentality will bring more motivation, more doing, more discipline, more everything, So it's a win-win for me. Either way the things turn out, it's a win for you. Either way, either a loss or a win. Either way, if you are losing, you are learning. And if you are learning, you are gaining experience. And if you are gaining experience, you are making it better for the next video, for the next thing you are creating. So that's it, a win-win. Thank you. Peace and love.